Hello and welcome to the Love in Kuwait show. I'm your host Ayel Gohari, bringing you the heartbeat of Kuwait City. Whether you're tuning in from Salmiya, Hawali, or right here in the city center, grab your cup of chai and settle in as we dive into the stories and happenings of our community. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anghami to stay updated with all of our episodes. Today, we have a mix of emotions lined up for you. We're starting with a series of sad news, 3 to be exact, but don't worry, we'll wrap up with 3 good news stories to lift your spirits. So let's dive in. First up today, we have a heartbreaking story that has deeply affected our community. A devastating fire broke out in Mangaf in the Ahmadi, and it has left us all mourning. The fire, which started early in the morning, tragically claimed the lives of 48 people and left dozens more injured. Yesterday, we reported that around 30-something lives were lost, but unfortunately, the death toll has been rising since. And the incident has sparked widespread discussions about safety regulations and accountability, and the community is actually in shock as we come to terms with the full scale of the disaster. Our Emir, Sheikh Mash'al al-Ahmad al-Sabah, didn't waste any time. He called for a full investigation into what caused this tragedy and made it clear that those responsible will be held accountable. He also sent his deepest condolences to the families of the victims and prayed for the injured to recover quickly. It's clear that this event has shaken the whole nation. Also, Interior Minister Sheikh Fahad al-Yusuf al-Sabah has stepped in as he ordered the arrest of the building owner and the caretaker. This is because of the big issue that was there in the building, the overcrowding and the property violations. The building was home to over 196 residents, which is far, far beyond what it should have been. And in an interview with STS newspaper, a survivor shared his terrifying experience. He woke up for dawn prayers, or Fajr, and he noticed the fire. And some residents jumped from balconies or tried to escape through the stairs, but thick smoke blocked their way, and he was trapped on the 4th floor until he waited for the civil defense to control the fire. And as he was descending a floor by floor, in each floor he sees completely burned bodies. It's a tragic experience. I cannot even imagine being a subject to that. And the trauma he has been through, let alone the fact that he was injured, but the fact that he has seen this firsthand. This is like a reminder to all of us of how quickly life can change. Actually, the initial reports suggested that the fire began on the ground floor, where there were some flammable materials and gas cylinders. And the authorities are continuing to investigate to see what exactly happened. And the fire department is working to determine what sparked the fire exactly and how it spread so rapidly, because that was not normal. And they noted that the presence of gas cylinders and metal partitions was one of the main reasons why it happened so quickly. Social media is buzzing. Everyone is talking about it. Whether it's support, grief, calls for stricter safety measures, celebrities, public figures, all of the people actually have been sharing their grief and solidarity. Our hearts go out to the victims and their families during this incredibly difficult time. We stand with you. We will continue to provide updates as more information become available. This tragedy has sparked a very necessary conversation about safety and accountability, and we hope that this meaningful change takes place in front of our eyes and it prevents similar disasters in the future. Next up, we have some sad news about the passing of a beloved figure in our community. Hadi Ziad al-Humaydani known to many as Abu Faris, passed away recently, and he was a well-known media personality with a warm and friendly face that brought joy to many, including myself. Abu Faris was known for his dedication to the media industry in Kuwait. He was always passionate about his work, and he never shied away from expressing his love for his job, even as he got older. In fact, there is a very touching video I've watched of him recently where he talks about how he would never quit doing what he loves, no matter his age. And unfortunately, Abu Faris passed away after a health issue that led him to be admitted to the intensive care unit. Just before his death, he was actually preparing to travel to Saudi Arabia on the same day he died to perform Hajj. To be honest, his passing has left a void in the media community, and he will be deeply missed by all of us, his colleagues, friends, and fans. And personally, I want to send my deepest condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Abu Faris was truly one of a kind, and his legacy will continue to inspire many. Rest in peace, Abu Faris. Moving from a heartfelt goodbye to Abu Faris, we now turn to a rather unusual and somewhat humorous incident that has been the talk of the town. Our next story takes us to Salmiya, where something pretty unusual happened. Recently, a guy was caught stealing shoes from a mosque. Yup, shoes. This thief, who's from Egypt, was seen on camera trying and walking off with shoes from inside the mosque. The video quickly spread all over social media, and people couldn't believe the nerve of this guy. The authorities acted fast and caught him, and he's now facing charges and will be deported soon. Quite dramatic ending for a shoe thief, right? This incident made people very divided in terms of opinions. For example, some folks are defending Egyptians, saying this guy doesn't represent the whole community, which I totally agree with. Others think that deporting someone for stealing shoes is a bit extreme, especially since he was trying them on, which might mean he was just in need of shoes rather than trying to sell them. Poverty and need can lead people to do desperate things, you know. It's a story that has certainly gotten people talking and has highlighted different perspectives on crime and punishment. Let me know what you think of this story. And the internet was not only buzzing about the shoe thief, but it's also going wild with rumors about Layla Abdullah and Joe Jonas. Yup, you heard that right. The Lebanese Kuwait-based actress and the American pop star were spotted together in Greece, and everyone is freaking out. Layla and Joe were enjoying the Greek sunshine, and the photos show them laughing and having a great time. Neither of them has confirmed anything yet, but let's be real, they look super cozy. Actually, these two have a lot in common. Both of them shot fame at a very young age. Joe with the Jonas Brothers and Layla with her acting and modeling gigs. They've been both through the ringer with relationships too. Joe split from Sophie Turner in 2023 after 4 years, and Layla was married for a brief 2 months back in 2018. The two met in Greece for the grand opening of the one and only resort, but who knows if they knew each other before this trip. They were both at Cannes Film Festival recently, but on different days. Coincidence? Maybe. Fate? Probably. And of course, everyone is checking out their Instagram accounts for clues. They both posted stunning pictures from Greece, but no hints about each other at all. Yet, the internet detectives are on it. So don't worry. People are all over Twitter and Instagram trying to piece together this kind of puzzle, if you may. Some are shipping them together, while others are a bit skeptical of the whole thing. One thing for sure, this has given us all something to talk about. What do you guys think? Are Layla and Joe the new it couple? Spill your thoughts in the comments. Now, from celebrity rumors to some thrilling sports news that has everyone on the edge of their seats. Big news for sports fans. Kuwait's national football team has done us proud by qualifying for the Asia Cup. But that's not all. They've also reached the deciding points for 3 FIFA World Cup matches. Talk about a double win. The team has been working incredibly hard, and their efforts have paid off the best way possible. Making it to the Asia Cup is already a huge achievement, but getting to those crucial World Cup matches is next level excitement. The whole country is buzzing with pride and anticipation. And whether you're a hardcore football fan or just love the spirit of the game, this is a moment for all of Kuwait to celebrate. So get your jerseys ready and let's cheer our team to even greater victories. What are your predictions for the matches? Alright, let's shift from the thrill of sports to some heartwarming news that's sure to bring a smile to your face. Today, Thursday, June 13th, was a big day for all the grade 12 students in Kuwait. The results were finally out, and the Ministry of Education decided to do something really cool this year. They announced the top students' results live on TV with their reaction, surprising them in the most amazing way. It was such a touching moment seeing the pure joy and surprise on the students' faces as they learned their results live. Families gathered around their TVs, cheering and celebrating this huge milestone. It made the whole process feel so personal and communal, bringing everyone together in the best way possible. This new gesture, I feel, by the ministry was such a great way to acknowledge how hard these students worked for the whole year. So congrats to all the students who passed, and a special shout out to those who topped their class. Your hard work has paid off for sure, and we couldn't be prouder. As we wrap up today's show, we reflect on what has been a tough week for Kuwait. I remind you and myself that life is full of ups and downs, and it's these moments that bring us together and make us a stronger community. And yeah, that was it for today's stories. Thank you for tuning into the Love in Kuwait show. Don't miss our next episode, and remember to follow us on your favorite podcast platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anghami. See you next week, same time, same place, for more stories that make Kuwait truly lovable. Until then, stay kind, stay curious, and keep loving Kuwait.